of the Department of Senior Affairs, Ana Sanchez.
Woo-hoo! All right, everyone, good morning. So excited to see so many enthusiastic community members come out for this very special day for the Department of Senior Affairs, but more important for the city of Albuquerque making this happen today. So we're excited to have you here. We are so thrilled that the department gets to be a part of the Santa Barbara Martinez Town neighborhood and bring services to this community. I am so grateful as a director to be able to thank Mayor Keller for making this vision a reality, and also the many city officials and community members that made this project a possibility. I also recall when this project was, if you can hear me, I like to yell also, but if you recall, it was June 22nd that we did the groundbreaking on this property. We are making this happen under a year to bring this center to the community. I am incredibly grateful to our hardworking Department of Senior Affairs staff and many other departments and partners that made this a reality. They were here last night making sure that everything worked clean, ready to open up today with a real grand opening. Our multi-gen is designed for people of all ages. We're going to see community gather here, families gathering here, and we're very excited to have that collaboration with the many sponsors and partners that made it happen today. With that, I'd like to turn it over to the neighborhood president, Loretta Naranjo.
Thank you, everybody, and welcome. We appreciate you being here in this great day. It's been a long time coming. I just would like to thank our ancestors. I'm a sixth generation Martinez from Martinez Town, and so I'm very proud to see this happening. They endured many things. They worked hard in this neighborhood to have the things that they needed. And I'm not gonna cry, like I said. And then we wrote letters. The elderly were there writing letters with the children for many, many years. So this has been a long time coming. I just want to say that we've waited since 1970. My friend Rita used to work for the communities for Parks and Rec, and she would see our picture of the design of the community center on the wall. Since 1970, that's been 60 years. A long time coming, right? But we want to thank Mayor Keller because he came and he said, I have the money for you, Loretta. We didn't have to ask. We didn't have to write letters. We didn't have to be sitting there continuing. He came and said, I have the money, and we're here today. So we want to say we really, really appreciate you. But we've done a lot of organizing in this neighborhood with Albuquerque Interfaith, Martinez Town Work Group. That's San Ignacio Church. Right now we have Father Bugas, who has really done tremendous things with our church to make it better. And the parishioners are here also, who are also part of the Santa Barbara Martinez Town Neighborhood Association that have worked years writing letters for us to have this happen today. So I want to thank all the board, Gilbert, Rosalie, David, Melissa, Andrew's our new member, Olivia, and Ronald Vallejos, our vice president. We've been working a long time, and I really appreciate all their efforts because this didn't come easily. It's been hard work. I'd also like to thank Rob Woodruff from Second Presbyterian Church, who is part of the Albuquerque Interfaith Martinez Town Work Group, Martha Powers, Ivan Westergaard, Marie Kinney, and many of the members from Second Press that have helped us throughout the years. And then I want to make sure that I didn't forget anybody, but if I did, I think I got all the names that have worked throughout the years for this effort. What we want to see now is an indoor basketball gym, a swimming pool, and of course we've been saying we want the replica of Los Duranes Community Center. We want to make sure they expand it, but we don't want to wait 60 years. We want it in 2 years. So we're asking our representatives to start working hard for us. I just want to, again, thank you all for being here for this great celebration. And We really, really appreciate Mayor Keller, so thank you. But you know, I want to also thank Senator Bill O'Neill, because he would come to our meetings and tell us what we need, and he gave us $300,000 immediately too. We didn't have to beg him. He was our new representative, and he immediately worked with us to give us that money. And he helped us with the community garden. He gave us money for that and for the community center. So we really appreciate Senator Bill O'Neill. We won't be having him representing us. We're very sad about that. But we hope that we get the same treatment that he has given us. Just recently, he was in our neighborhood, and so immediately he worked with us. So we're hoping that our new representative is also going to work with us. So thank you again. We appreciate you and our board and all the people that have been working. Oh, I forgot to mention that Javier Martinez, he's our representative, and he also has been giving us money for our the San Ignacio Park. If you've seen it, it was since 1968, nothing was done, and he was able to get us money to renovate that park. We had equipment that they say today are not safe for the children. And so I'd like to thank Representative Javier Martinez also for making sure we did get that money, and the money for this center too. It's because of their efforts that this has happened. We really, really need to bring these programs to the children of our Albuquerque. If we do not want them going into the streets and doing crime, we need to bring these programs to the children throughout the city of Albuquerque, and we need to make sure that we support our seniors and have these programs for them. So please, let's work hard to make sure they happen.
Thank you, Loretta. And now I'd like to welcome up Susan Garcia, who's another community member here in the neighborhood.
Hi, everyone. My name is Susan Garcia, and I've been a member of this community for over 30 years. And I would just like to say thank you to the city, to everybody that had something to do with opening up this center. We really are going to be enjoying it. Not only me, but my grandkids will come, and I would just like to say thank you, thank you. We're so excited.
Awesome, thank you. And now introducing Jennifer Turner, the Director of the Department of Municipal Development with the City of Albuquerque.
Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to be here as part of this exciting project. The Mayor and Senior Affairs asked DMD, think outside the box. We need to build this now and differently because the community needs it. And so I'm proud to say that we have an amazing design team and a construction team that came out here day one to advise us on how we could get this done in record-breaking time, as Anna said, in less than a year. And so I just, yeah, huge, huge applause for that. So I want to thank our design team, SMP Architects, and particularly Alex, Dale, and Peggy. I also wanted to thank our construction team, Weil Construction, particularly our project manager, Brooke, and our superintendent, Kirk, who were here every single day working hard to make this a reality. And then I also want to thank our partner Improve Group, who helped with the construction of this project and getting it done fast. And most of all, I want to thank project manager Stacy Herrera. Stacy, please raise your hand. No matter what crazy thing I asked of him, he said, I'm in. And so I feel very lucky to be standing here today, and thanks to all of you for your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Turner. And now if I could please have the representative from Senator Bill O'Neill's office come and give a few remarks.
Buenos dias, Martinez Town, Santa Barbara. I'm Victoria Chavez, Senator O'Neill's assistant at the state capitol. Senator, unfortunately, couldn't make it. I'm going to put on my glasses. I knew I couldn't read this for some reason. Wrong glasses. All right, Senator unfortunately could not make it this glorious celebration due to previous commitments and an upcoming special session. So he sends his heartfelt congratulations. I'm honored to speak on his behalf. Thank you for inviting us to share in this glorious community celebration. Through Senator O'Neill's efforts at the legislature, he was able to help fund this beautiful multi-generational center with his share of Senate District 13 capital outlay appropriations over the past years. Senator O'Neill's will always hold your community in his heart. We thank the city of Albuquerque and its current leadership for addressing this long time waiting and a few decades past due construction of the Martineztown Multi-Generational Center for your elders, youth, and community residents. Like Loretta said, it's been about 60 years. This is an example of what a community and its municipality can accomplish through working hand in hand together. A multi-generational center is a necessity that should be granted in every community across Bernalillo County. Stay connected with your municipality for future developments. Senator O'Neill thanks Santa Barbara Martineztown for supporting him in this recent primary election. He has always been a supporter of this community and is grateful that you have supported him in return. We also understand that there is more to fund in the expansion of this center, which hopefully soon will also include a swimming pool. Keep the organized effort to attain what your elders, youth, and all residents are worthy of obtaining. We hope the new prospective senator of Senate District 13 in 2025 will continue to support Santa Barbara Martineztown with the attention it deserves in funding for its expansion with an indoor gymnasium, an arts and crafts room, a computer room, an exercise room, and so forth. In addition, we look forward to the construction of the Santa Barbara Garden that Senator O'Neill took pleasure in funding for this community in the amount of $100,000. Senator O'Neill will always hold a true love and respect for this community. Viva a Santa Barbara Martineztown. El senador O'Neill tiene a la comunidad de Santa Barbara cerca de su corazón. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Chavez. And now I would like to welcome Speaker of the House, Javier Martinez.
Thank you very much. Buenos días, Martineztown. Buenos días. Así es. It's great to be here with you today. I want to first give a big shout out to my good friend, Ana Sanchez, amazing Ana Sanchez, Director of Senior Affairs, who's been just rocking it the last several years under the leadership of Mayor Keller. Also, Mayor Keller, thank you for your support and all of the hard work that I know you put in every day on behalf of our city and on behalf of our historic neighborhoods. To the Neighborhood Association, Loretta Naranjo Lopez, Gilbert Speakman, and your entire board, past and present, thank you. Thank you for being advocates of this community. My name is Javier Martinez, and 22 years ago, I started my political career, my public life as a community organizer right here in Martineztown. Back when you used to have the after-school learning center over at the, right next to the church there. For many years, I cut my teeth in this neighborhood in Barelas, Wells Park, Duranes, and Sawmill, and other communities around this historic downtown core. And I can tell you, as Speaker of the House, the best training I got was right here in Martineztown. The power of organizing, you could see it right behind us. The patient and deliberative work that organizing represents for communities like this one, communities that for a long time were ignored. Many times, government officials did bad things to these communities, oftentimes without us at the table. And through the work, the organizing work of the people behind me, not only have they sat at the table, in some cases, they've actually built their own table and had the politicians come sit at that table. That is a testament to the power of communities like this one. What you see behind us is a representation, but it doesn't stop here. As Loretta stated earlier, there are a lot of great projects happening throughout this small but dense neighborhood, from community gardens to parks, to after-school programs, to partnerships with our local schools, partnerships with local businesses that are relocating sometimes around the boundaries of this neighborhood. And as we move forward with the vision for this community, for the vision for this space, I gotta tell you, and thank you for the shout out on the money, but it's not our money. I didn't write a check out of my personal money. I know the mayor didn't. I know Senator Neal didn't. This is your money. This is your money. Okay? Don't forget that. Don't forget that. So when you come to us and ask for capital outlay to build a pool, for a roundabout, for traffic safety, for a new community center, you are advocating on the behalf of your community to bring your hard-earned tax dollars back to your neighborhood. So keep on fighting, Martineztown. Proud to stand with you. Que viva Martineztown.
Thank you, Speaker Martinez. And now if everyone could please join me in welcoming Mayor Keller.
Well, what a special morning this is. And like you said, at least 60 years in the making, if not more. And I know for those folks who are in the sun, it's really hot. We've got La Raza playing good music here in just a minute. I was told under no uncertain terms that the snow cones will be available after speaking. And so they're like, keep it short, Mayor. So I will try, but I want to honor a couple of things that other folks have mentioned in no particular order, because this is, I think, in many ways, a symbol overall of resurgence of the core of Albuquerque, of our historic neighborhoods that have always been alive and well, but all of a sudden now we are reinvesting in our core. And you see that all across the city, whether it's South Broadway, whether it's San Jose, whether it's this center, even what we're doing in Wells Park, just across west with the brand new park that we're building over there. So I'm not going to list all of these projects, but one of the commitments I made when I came into this office was to almost reverse the way we did funding in the city, because it is your money, but all of that money was going really to the outer ends of the city where there were new houses and that kind of thing. And I said, you know, all that, they have lights, they have streets, they have parks, they have community centers. What's missing is what we used to have back in the core of the city. And so this is a piece of that reinvestment work. Thank you. And so as Loretta and others have mentioned too, you know, this neighborhood, I was looking at this picture. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the history, please talk to folks who've lived here for generations. But the entire community was just completely hollowed out by the highway coming in, but then also the convention center. That is what really just changed this, what used to be one of the most vibrant areas in our city, that then was sort of gutted by this giant donut hole, which is now our convention center. So we've been trying to build back on that, but what we're also doing is trying to make sure that we get it right as soon as we can. And I do want to tell you the story of how this came to be, specifically this place. Number one, fortunately, the community and the advocacy that our speaker mentioned has always been there. So every single time I met with Martineztown, they would say the same thing, which is, where's our community center? And as they should. And of course, like all, you know, politicians, I tried to find ways to help and do studies, and we kind of try. I mean, let's be honest, but for 60 years we couldn't deliver. Then, lo and behold, came the magic of COVID, and I'm going to explain this in a second. What happened during COVID is we found some extra money for infrastructure, and it was state funding, it was city funding, it was federal funding. But I want to acknowledge also what it means to be in community. I remember going to the neighborhood meeting, and I remember saying, I can't give you a pool tomorrow, I can't give you a library tomorrow, but if you're okay with it, in 18 months I will build you a multi-gen center. And I asked them to, in some ways, forgive a lot of what we had done in the past and not done, but also give us a chance to do something real right now. And can we do that? Can we do that together? And they were on board, which was amazing. And then I hit up all the legislators, and everyone had been well aware of this, but I said, if you help today, this was 18 months ago, if you help today, we will have this done in 2 years. And so miraculously, because I know it doesn't always happen, we actually delivered. And so that is awesome. So thank you for giving us a chance. And I think related to that, I do want to just acknowledge, without going into the details, the construction firm, our DMD department in senior affairs. they had to make this happen with a very tight budget and a very tight timeline. We had experimental procurement in this and experimental building construction. And we tried all these new ideas to try and get it done on time and at a very small budget. And they really delivered. I said, is this possible? And Anna was kind of like, maybe. And then she said yes. And then her and the DMD crew got it done. So let's just pause. Everyone who worked at the city on this project and Weil, and also all the folks from Improve Group, just raise your hands. Come on, I know there were a bunch of people. Round of applause, because this was not easy to pull off. Okay, so, and then we also said, hey, we want it to be multi-gen, because look what you see here, right? Generations of New Mexicans, and they all need programming in a space. And this is what we think is so special, because we can do kids programming and senior lunches starting on the 19th, which is very exciting if you've had senior lunches. And we know we want more, but at least we have the basketball court outside. We have this amazing park space. And a credit to the architects. You know, this pavilion, very underutilized, but now this building faces that pavilion, so we have a lot of square footage if you include the outdoor space with these old trees. So they did a really good job putting this together. So I want to thank, and I should know, who's the architecture firm? SMPC. Where are you at? Raise a hand. Great job. Nailed it on the pavilion, and thank you for keeping all the old trees. So, with that, we should get to our ribbon cutting, but I want to close with, I think, just a couple of things. Number one, this is going to be part of a new sort of core of Albuquerque triangle of senior centers and multi-gen centers. So you've got, of course, North Valley, then you have Barelas, but now you also have Martineztown. And I know everyone grew up in one of those three neighborhoods anyway who's here now. So you got three choices in the area. And also for us too, I know this is, in general, it's packed. I come here on the weekends to throw the football. You can't even get a car past. So I know we have a lot to do, whether it's crosswalks or parking, but we want it to be busy, and this is gonna also help utilize this space Monday through Friday, not just on Saturday afternoon for soccer. So this is core to, again, bringing people here, but also being here every day of the week for the community. That's what it's all about. So lastly, I want to acknowledge what's next. I was given two miraculous presents as a mayor during COVID that were good things instead of bad things. And they said that you have enough money for two projects. What do you want to do? And I remember Lawrence Rail, who's not here, he asked me this question. It's like the dream question that a mayor always wants. And I said, I want to finally do something real for Martineztown and Santa Barbara, which they have always wanted and always deserved. The second one is East San Jose. So I just want to acknowledge that community center is next up, whole new setup, and we did it with the boxing community and everyone else. So that's right, these two things, they never would have happened without a little bit of grace from above and without a whole lot of help from our state legislators and our city councilors, but most importantly, the community never giving up. So congratulations, Martineztown, Santa Barbara. And it's fiesta season, so I have to join in. Que viva Martineztown and que viva Burque! All right, so let's come gather around here. And so kids, if you're interested, we're gonna help you. So you organize where the scissors is, but kids, you can help us do it. So gather around here. So, and Loretta, are you good with this?
Oh, I can do.
And we have, I'm just going to help them with the big one. So let's share scissors. Okay, kids, you turn around. There you go. So come in the shade. And I hope the shade's okay for everyone. Okay, now if you, this is a big scissors. They can stay right here. Get where they can see you. Okay, all right, now. Okay, now you kids are going to help you with this too, and help you around here. Okay, so scoot forward. Okay, okay, now don't cut it. Okay, I'm going to open it.
Everybody smile!
Don't cut it. You can help your hand on the bottom.
Everybody smile!
Put your hand on the top. I'm going to hold this joint just in case. Okay, so let's do a great countdown. just from 3 backwards. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Pull this out of Rock the Boat. You know, it's a nonpartisan, nonprofit